Hi guys, dan selamat kembali ke Studio Sembang. Tapi kali ni we're doing the show in English because our guest has flown a really long way and Malaysia happens to be his first stop on his solo Asian tour this time around. We've got Henry Moodie in the house.
Hey guys.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited that
So
you're
lucky
here.
to be here, thank you.
Thank you for coming. You landed in KL yesterday.
Yes, got it last night.
Oh my gosh. And I was
Yeah.
asking him about jet lag outside and he's just like, I'm fine. I don't know how you're
I'm
doing
fine.
it.
I feel like you just have to the minute you get into a new time zone, forget the old time zone and just try and think everything's fine. And if you get through the first day, then I'm always fine. You just have to make sure you stay up on the first day.
Oh, for sure. So we're going to try to contribute to you staying up a little bit today.
Yeah.
As we said, very happy to have you back. And this is your, not your first time in KL, but your first stop on your Asian tour.
Yeah.
Why Malaysia first?
Oh, well, Malaysia, I feel like Malaysia really kick-started the whole Asia moment for me. Drunk Text went #1 here. And
Yeah, I did.
I love Malaysia. I love the people. They're so nice. So I thought it would be a great vibe to start off the tour. A lot of energy.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Malaysia could not be more excited to have you. We've been hearing about your concert for weeks and weeks now. And as you said, your songs were #1 here. We love you here. But we have to go back to the very, very beginning, as we always do on this show, to your childhood.
Yeah.
And the question that we always start with, which is very open-ended, is how was your childhood?
Great question. My early childhood was amazing. And I'm very grateful for that. I have super supportive parents and I went to a local school and had great friends. And I remember my early memories were very peaceful and nice, which I'm very grateful for. But when I got into my teens, that's when it started going a little bit downhill. When I moved schools and I went through a lot of bullying. And I just remember I think age 14, 15, 16 was quite a tough period of my life, but before then was really nice. So I'm very lucky for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This happens to be for whatever reason, a really common experience for people who have any type of creative tendency.
Yeah.
I know you started songwriting at 11 as well. Was music essentially a way for you to cope, I guess, with your environment?
100%. I think I was actually chatting to a lot of my artist friends about this. I think the reason a lot of us artists have this similar experience is when you're in school and you're going through bullying or whatever, a lot of the time the music block or the music group of people is where you feel you belong. Or I felt the people who loved music in my school, they just felt my friends and my people. So I spent a lot of time just escaping into the music block, and songwriting was very much my comfort thing. It was kind of my version of therapy growing up. If I went through something, I'd come home and I'd write a song about it, and that was my way of processing it. So I feel I used it to cope with bullying and then just fell in love with it through that.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a diary almost.
Yeah, and all these albums and artists have helped me through different periods of my life. I feel I during school would escape into songs. On the bus home I'd listen to Taylor Swift or something, and I'd that would just transport me to a different place where I was happy. And if I can do that for someone else with my music now, then that's my idea of success. If Drunk Text has done that to someone else, then that makes me really happy because that's what music did for me.
Mm-hmm. That's a really, really sweet story, actually. Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Oh, it definitely was not a good song.
It's okay, we all start somewhere, right?
I wrote a song with my friend called Thomas called Dizzy, and it was just about feeling dizzy. It was terrible. I feel I must have a recording somewhere. I'll try and find it. But I remember it takes a lot of bad songs to get to the good ones. Definitely.
It's all part of the journey, as they say.
It's all part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta find that song and sample it into a remake or something. That would be sick.
I need to find it. It must be somewhere my old iPod or something.
I also know that you've been really open with your struggles with anxiety and stuff growing up, which is crazy because I think every time people look at artists, it's so easy to forget that they're people as well. And you seem to be so brave as someone who uploaded videos of yourself on the internet. That's how it seems, right? From the outside. What kind of gave you the confidence to do something like that and put yourself out there in such a big way?
Good question. Yeah, I used to have really bad anxiety. I mean, I still do, but I used to have tics when I was in school. Like when in year 7, which is when you're sort of like 11, 12, I used to kind of have like anxiety induced like Tourette's almost. It was like I'd go around school just like doing things. And I remember like my mum's a therapist, so she like clocked it straight away. And I'm very grateful for her because I feel like she's helped me a lot with my anxiety. But I feel like when I got into doing this as a job, it definitely was scary at first, like going on stage, but I'm so used to it now that I feel like it's almost my comfort zone. Like when I'm on stage, all the anxieties and things that are happening in my outer life just go away for that like 1 hour that I'm there. And it's kind of like, weirdly, like I'm probably least anxious on stage because all I'm thinking about is the performance. Like I'm kind of nervous for the show, but you're not really thinking about anything else because you're so like locked in on what you're doing. It's almost like you're kind of like meditating a little bit. So now going on stage, like when I think about tour and I think about the schedule that I've got coming up, honestly, the least of my worries is the show. Like it's the travel, the speaking to loads of people, the sort of socializing that I find quite scary, but the actual show itself, that's low down on my stress. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Which is amazing because it would be difficult doing this as a job if I found it really scary. So I'm very lucky with like the actual performing itself. There's definitely bits of it. I'm worried about the new songs because I haven't done them yet. But I'm also excited for that. But yeah, I'm not massively nervous for the show. It's the travel and I find like the socializing with a lot of people kind of difficult at times because I'm probably quite an introvert. So being constantly extroverted definitely can take it out of you if that's not like natural.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine it's very, very tiring.
Yeah.
And as you grow as an artist, the amount of people who expect your time or like your energy also grows.
Yeah.
That must be really, really intimidating. We'll get to that in a second, but like, let's still take it back for a second. I know that there was a story, if I'm not mistaken, I have to fact check this with you.
Yeah.
But I know you were bullied in school and then you posted like a TikTok or something of this bully reaching back out to you and apologizing.
Yes.
That's wild, Henry.
Yeah. It's
What's
insane.
the story?
Well, 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 for the album.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
There's a song on the album called 𝙀𝙃𝙄𝙎, which is about my bully, and it explains the whole situation from the start to the end. It's like a 3.5-minute song. And it's weird because I feel like in a weird way, I'm kind of grateful, not grateful for it, but I feel like the reason I'm here is because of it. I feel like it gave me this love for music and it gave me this drive to almost like prove him wrong, if that makes any sense. So everything I feel like happens for a reason. And he actually did reach out to me recently at the gym and said sorry, and it was like this weird kind of like closure, even though it's been like 4 years since I was in school. But it takes a lot for someone to do that, especially 4 years later. Like you could just let it go, do you know what I mean? But he went out his way to apologize, so that definitely means a lot for me. And yeah, no more bad blood. I feel like it happened weirdly for a reason, but it definitely messed me up in a lot of ways as well, and I won't definitely won't fully forget all of that. But yeah, it was strange him apologizing because I hadn't seen him for so long. And like when I first saw him, I kind of like got really like nervous and I was like, oh my God, it's the guy. But yeah, it was really nice of him to go out his way to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so crazy how these things that happen in our childhood, right? Like, and it doesn't matter what you go on to achieve. Like you're faced with that again and then you feel like 11.
It literally brought me back to being like 12, 13. I was like, this is insane. The fact that it was like PTSD kind of. A little bit. Yeah.
But if anything.
But I'm here because of it, so I'm grateful.
Exactly.
And he apologized, which is really nice. Shout out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so back to your career. You started by posting covers online.
Yes.
And then you were discovered there, and then you ended up like as a part of a boy band. This is around COVID time.
Crazy, yeah.
That's
it was
right.
It was a crazy time, yeah.
Was a crazy time. How did that happen for you?
Well, okay, so I'm trying to remember now. I was 15. I was 14 I think I was literally 13 when I started posting covers, and I was doing it like solo for a couple years. And then I joined this band, and we were called the 202. I don't even know if anyone can find us on the internet anymore. But
I found this on the internet, actually. That's how I knew about this boy band. I was like, damn, okay, what a way to start.
And I feel like we were going for like 2 years almost. was a guy called Eddie in the band, there was a guy called Luke in the band. It was like us three. And we were 15, lockdown happened, so school was cancelled. And for like a year and a half, we were just working every day from one of our houses. Like, we would like wake up, like make a schedule for the day, do like a cover, like write a song. I learned how to like produce, which was really beneficial. But we were out of school, which I feel like at that age, like, I don't know if it was the best decision. Like, I feel it's really strange. I feel like I would never say to anyone, leave school, because I think it's really important. But also, it did give me this drive to, like, make it, because if I had the plan B to fall back on, I probably wouldn't have tried as hard. So, weirdly, like, I think it was a good thing, because it forced me into just, like, working so hard. But no, the band, I just don't think we really, like were meant to be a band. I felt like so fulfilled doing solo music, and like alongside the band I would kind of like in my own time like write songs and like produce things by myself, and slowly we kind of like discovered that we just weren't really there wasn't like a future there, so we kind of just like ended. And I think we're all definitely doing better in our solo lives, because it's just more fulfilling when you're writing for yourself. But no, nothing for love for them. They're lovely guys, and I'm still really close with one of them, Luke. He's an absolute legend. So yeah, it was a interesting time in my life.
Yeah, super interesting. And I think that you've got such like a clear identity now as an artist.
We didn't quite have that as a band. We like were never really sure of like who we were, and yeah, I'm definitely like, I'm grateful it happened, but I'm also grateful it ended, because I don't think there was much of a future there.
Yeah. And stopping like school after your GCSEs as well, so that's a huge decision.
Yeah, especially when the world is locked down around you, and you're not, like, school was still open for some of the lockdown. It's also quite lonely, because you're not really seeing anyone. Like, we were it was just us three every day, and the world, it was just a strange time for everyone. I mean, COVID was like, I feel like it's weird. I feel like no one really speaks about it anymore. But was there a big lockdown in Malaysia?
Huge.
Yeah, okay.
Huge. And we weren't allowed like beyond 10 kilometers of our house.
Yeah. Wow.
It was super
It
lonely.
was similar in the UK.
Yeah.
It was just like such an eerie time. But my dad was a doctor, so he was in hospital, like treating all the patients and telling us all the stories of like the wards just being full of beds. And honestly, it's crazy that that's happened, and we're out the other side of it, and it's almost like it didn't happen. But I keep forgetting we went through like 2 years of that.
I know. I think there's like a communal PTSD.
I think there is communal PTSD.
Right? Like we don't talk about it anymore.
We
pretend it never happened, and if possible, we just would like to forget about that.
Yeah.
But it was real, and it impacted so many people's lives.
It impacted so many people's lives, and I also think it changed the music industry completely.
For sure.
Because everyone went on TikTok and became suddenly like chronically online, because there was nothing else to do. So like in a weird way, like would I be doing music if it wasn't for COVID? I don't know. Like I probably would have just continued the school like system and like gone and done my A-levels and uni. Like I'm definitely like weirdly feel like I wouldn't be doing this if COVID didn't happen, but also it was such a bad thing to happen at the same time. So it's such a strange thing, but definitely changed the music industry.
It's weird, right? Because as much as it did suck globally, I think it kind of like forced a lot of us to come face to face with like
it did
our demons, or like
100%.
Whatever it was that was actually right for us. Because it was like, okay, we're now in this terrible situation. What are you going to do? Are you going to try to do something and like put yourself out there, whether it be on TikTok or in your community, to try to like help others? It forced us all to kind of like become different versions of ourselves.
Definitely. I feel like everyone went really introspective, and also music, like a lot of albums became suddenly quite like, I always think Taylor Swift put out folklore, like things went quite like alternative and like very deep quickly, because it's interesting how just music reflects society. Like I feel like people really discovered what makes them happy because they were in such like sad places. So I don't know, I feel like it's definitely helped. It's helped me get to where I am, weirdly. You
studied songwriting as well, and this was all kind of like around the same time, right?
Yeah, so the band split, and then the first thing I thought of, I was like, get me back in education. And so I went straight into doing like a year songwriting course, which was amazing. And
you then went on to blow up. And I would say that your life kind of like completely changed from there. And it's really not been that long, right?
No.
It's been like, what, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been quick. Yeah, I felt like when the band finished, I went to songwriting college, like the course in London, because I was in London every day. I was also like going to the studio, and it actually was like probably the most important part of my life, because it felt like my life was just glowing up in a massive way. I was like learning how to write songs, which, to be fair, it's quite difficult. Like, I don't know if the course itself necessarily was the most beneficial thing, but I think it was like being in London was super beneficial, and just being constantly around creatives for a year, like, it was just so inspiring. And I like wrote so many of my songs and improved so much. And I feel like I really came into my own as a solo artist doing that songwriting course. So I'm so grateful about that chapter of my life. Was like such an amazing time. And then, I put out, like, when the course finished, I put out my first song, You Were There For Me, which I just randomly wrote and produced in my room by myself. And I was just like, let me put this on TikTok and see. Like, I was independent. And I was just like, I don't know if I should put it out. But then I just remember like trusting my gut, and I was like, I feel like this needs to be out in the world for everyone who's got a best friend. I wrote it about my best friend, put it out, and like it blew up, which I feel like is just every artist's dream for that to happen. And then after that, it felt like I've just been on this like non-stop, I've been riding this wave ever since.
Was this like blowing up? Because I think it's such a positive thing, and it's such like congratulations, and also a testament to how good your songwriting skills are, right? That it would blow up like that. But it also changes your life in a lot of like minor ways that people don't really speak about, like your privacy, your anonymity. All of these things would have just completely disappeared for you, essentially. How was that to live through? Because I feel like social media is very much a double-edged sword sometimes.
It is. I feel like I was quite online before putting out that song. It wasn't like there was a massive switch overnight. And I feel like I've still managed to keep like my private life pretty private, actually, which is quite nice. Like my friendship group at home are just my school friends, and we don't really like post much when we're out together. And I feel like I kind of live this like Hannah Montana double life. Like Henry Montana. I feel like
there we go.
I feel like I do the music thing, come home, and it's like I switch into not a different person, but just like, I don't know, my life just changes very quickly. So it is quite nice. I feel like I have these like two lives a little bit.
That's really interesting.
Which I feel like is healthy, because I think if your entire life was this surreal experience, then you just would start to like not feel like anything was real or anyone around you was like genuine. And I feel like it's definitely a healthy thing as an artist to have a balance, maybe, or maybe from my experience. But at the same time, I'm not like one of the biggest artists in the world, so I feel like it's much easier for me than it is for like someone who's, Harry Styles.
Maybe, but then again, you're on a solo Asian tour. I would say that's like pretty big moves. That's pretty big moves still.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that there still is that kind of like, it's a weird dichotomy, I would imagine, right? To like go out and be like the version of yourself that everybody knows, and then try to keep some of that personal to you.
Yeah, I feel like it's really important as well to have a good team around you. So shout out Evie, shout out Daisy.
Yeah.
You have some people around you that just like don't like say yes to everything, and like just keep you, like just treat you like a normal person. Because I feel like if you're an artist who just can get everything you want all the time, then no one around you is like looking out for you and being like, I don't know, looking out for the real version of you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm very lucky with the team I have, because it's very real and it's very genuine. Yeah.
So the songs that you released kind of like post this phase of your life all ended up being like insane hits. Like, for example, Drunk Text, #1 here.
Yeah.
And then pretty much every song you've put out after that, like, at least from the perspective of a Malaysian, we've loved it.
Thank you.
Right? Are these all based on like real events from your life and the life that you experience, like off camera and behind the scenes?
Yeah, it is. Drunk Text was about just someone I wish drunk texted me. I guess just about a crush. You Were There For Me is about my best friend. So yeah, all of them are just about like situations in my life, because going back to when I was like 12, that's how I like process things. So now to this day, like if I'm going through something, I'll just write a song about it, and I won't really think about like, should I put this out? But then at the same time, like when it's done, you just know if it's a good or bad one, if it's one to keep or if it's one to put out. So I have a song called Bad Emotions that's like, I feel like it's the truest like version of me as a songwriter, because I remember when I was going to the studio to write that song, I had like a panic attack and I was going through a really bad patch of anxiety. I just was really not in a good place, and I had to write that song to get out of it. I feel like when I got into the studio, I said to the producer, I was like, I just need to just write about exactly how I'm feeling, otherwise I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. And I feel like I wrote that song, and it was just like I released all this energy from me, got it on paper, and I just felt so much better. And now that the song's out in the world, I'm like, I really hope that can help other people going through a similar thing, maybe. So yeah, everything's real. Everything's about my life.
Okay, so crazy story. If it is real and about your life, right? Yeah. Which you've said it is, and I can imagine it is, because I think those powerful experiences in life, like, you just can't, you have to have lived them in order to flesh them out in such an understandable way. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But the ones that are like more specifically about people, has anyone like called you and been like, hello, is this song about me?
You know what? The person that 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 is about literally still has no idea.
Oh, no.
Which is crazy. So more tea on the album for that.
Okay.
But no, well, obviously the ones about my friends, they know it's about them. But I think, well, a couple people I think know, but it hasn't been like a conversation.
It's just like it's like an open secret almost.
Yeah,
like.
Kind of. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I have a song called 𝙁𝙁𝙄𝙎. The person who I wrote that about knows it's about them.
Oh, really?
But we're friends now, so.
And you've never spoken about it?
No, we actually have, because this person moved to Australia, and when I was in Australia last summer, we went for like a nice long drive around the Gold Coast. We went surfing, had a big catch up, and just discussed everything. So yeah, no bad blood there. And I feel like 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎, the person's going to know it's about them when it comes out. So I'm interested to see. It's really hard because you have to write songs about your life, but also you don't want to like hurt other people in doing it.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So yeah, we'll see.
But I think that the way that your songs are written, they're not like, they're it's just so from your perspective.
None of them are like angry.
No, of course not.
Like, yeah, there's nothing on the album that's necessarily that bad, but it's all just kind of like about me and my experience more than like that person's experience.
What I will say though is that a lot of your songs are like sentimental or like a little sad or
like a nostalgic vibe.
Yeah, which I think, you know what, it's so crazy that so many people can relate to this. Meeting you seem like the happy-go-lucky kind of like type of person.
I'm glad I come across that.
No, you walked in with like the biggest smile on your face, and I'm like, how is this happy person writing such like deep sentimental songs? What trove of emotions are you pulling from, right? Is that like a kind of an artistic choice, like, or does it just happen like because this is your outlet for your emotions?
I think it's that. I think it's because writing songs has always been like a way of processing things. So I like naturally gravitate towards the like sadder parts of my life. That said though, writing a happy song is difficult. Like, it's hard to. I tried it with a song. I have a song called 𝙁𝙁𝙄𝙎. I tried it with because I feel like it's easier to talk about the sadder things because songwriting is kind of therapy. And it's when you try and write a happy song, it's really easy for it to go into like a cringe space very quickly. So yeah, I think. But also, I'm in a good place right now in my life. I've got the Asia tour ahead of me. Like, I'm in a happier place. But when I'm in the studio, the sadder songs, I definitely wasn't in the same like mental space when I was writing those. So it just kind of reflects where I'm at in life, I guess.
I feel like I've got personal beef with your ex from Indigo. Like, I don't know who this person is.
The Indigo person,
Yeah, the Indigo person is on the hit list for sure.
The Indigo person is the same person 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 is about.
No way.
They're like sister songs. Yeah.
Henry T.
I know. I know. And on the album, they're like back to back. It's like 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎 and then Indigo. Yeah. Tea gets spilled.
And this person does not know.
No idea. No.
I feel like if I was this person and someone had written a song like this about me, I don't think I would survive listening to it.
I genuinely think they have no idea. Like,
really?
Yeah, I think it's really just all in my head. They're just getting on with their life. Like, what is just probably listening? Oh, that's a nice song. Probably not even thinking it's about them, which is crazy. But
wild.
I know, it just shows how much like you can build up in your own head.
But listen, it's a #1 hit, so we don't have any problems with it.
Exactly, I'm grateful it happened.
Okay, do you know what I do think though? This was another confusion that I had when I was like listening to music. I can't tell if Come Down is like a happy or a sad song.
It's kind of...
It's both.
Sorry, I'm like really thirsty.
No, that's okay.
Also, I
that's
love
okay.
that these are like got my name on it. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Come Down is a mix of both. Come Down is a song about that like fear of it's being in a good place, but with the fear of it going into a bad place, like that kind of like anxiety when you enter a new like situation, ship or relationship, and there's something in your gut. Like I remember when I wrote that song, I was in a good place because I was just like so happy in this, but there was something in my gut that was just saying like it just wasn't going to work out. Like, you know, when like you can't really explain why, but your gut just tells you like,
Yep.
this is great, but this isn't lasting. So that's kind of the feeling I had in the song. So I wanted to capture that feeling in the production a little bit. That's why it kind of sounds like happy, because I was happy, but there's like these elements that kind of like constantly throughout that like make you doubt it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get that. That's why I was like, this sounds like a happy song, but like I feel uneasy about it for whatever
Do you know
reason.
what I mean? It's not fully happy. Yeah.
It's like you're scared of
The come down. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? So I think these are all like the other thing that I wanted to ask you is now you're on tour. You've been on tour several times. Actually, you spent a lot of the past 2 years on tour.
Yeah.
Which like I respect the energy. Like
Yeah.
go you, right? But you're also singing all of these songs that are so deeply personal to yourself. And it feels like this is like the ultimate act of vulnerability is like getting
Yeah.
on the stage and being like, listen, this is what I was experiencing. Like, and does it ever take you back to those moments when you wrote the song? And how do you handle that?
Sometimes it does, but also like when I'm on stage and I'm seeing people like connect with it, it also just feels really like warm and like, I don't know, it kind of makes me like happy just seeing like that we're all brought together by this music. And I also just feel like one of the reasons I love touring is so much is just online. Like you don't really get like a real human to human connection a lot these days because we're all on our phones all the time. I mean, I'm the same, like I'm always on my phone. Whereas when you're on tour, like you're getting a much deeper connection with your fans because they're actually there in real life and you're like witnessing them experience the songs with you. So it's more fulfilling as a human, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
But no, sometimes a lot of the deeper songs, like you do go back to that place, but it's good to channel it when singing the song because it makes it more of an emotional performance. Yeah.
And I suppose it must also feel like really healing to sing these songs that are about like times that are perhaps not the best in your life and to have so many people relate with
it
you.
is that's the word. It's healing. Like if anything, it's just healing because you feel like you've like gone through a hard time and then like kind of like walked away from it with a win. Like I like have a song called 𝙁𝙊𝘾𝙄𝙀, which is like really sad. And I feel like every time I sing it, I'm like, it makes me like grateful I went through it because I got to the place of like being able to sing it on stage and sing the song. I'm like, oh, I got something out of that hard time. I feel like a lot of hard times in life, you actually walk away like stronger from it. So it always reminds me of that.
Oh, is the most iconic badass thing is to take a negative experience and make art from it.
And make a song from it.
Exactly. Have that be number one. Can you imagine?
I'm so like shocked that drunk text went number one here. It's mental.
Yeah, it's wild. But I'm so excited to see like what's next for you. Speaking of what's next for you, does it ever do you ever feel like stressed or nervous when you have these like songs that have done so well that are based on, you know, negative kind of experiences in your life that when you move forward into maybe like a happier, more secure state, like do you ever feel like, oh, how do I like recreate this moving forward?
That's a good point. I feel like there's definitely still parts of my life that right now, like I feel like my career is going really well, but there's things in my personal life that I definitely can still write about. There's always something to write about in there. There's always something. And I'll probably end for the second, I guess I've written the first album now, but definitely before the second one, I'll probably enter a new relationship and something will happen. I don't know what the album will be about, but I feel like whether you're in a happy or sad time, there's always like elements of your life that you can, like I know a lot of my artist friends who are like in happy, healthy relationships and they're like, what do I write about? But then they end up writing about like all these other relationships in their life, like whether that's with their parents or with their like friends. And you can like write a breakup song, not about an actual like romantic breakup, like best friend breakups are real. And like there's so many other relationships. But no, there's definitely still a lot of things that I feel like I'm banking on my notes app. Like
that's where the real tea is.
Yeah, that's where the tea
notes.
is. I feel like even I have like lists of concepts and stuff. Like every time I go through something, I'll just write it down, and I kind of like get it ready for when I'm next ready to go and write the song in the studio. So
do you have like a bunch of songs that are already like ready?
Yeah,
they're just like waiting.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I finished the album, and it's gonna come out later this year. So I've got all of those unreleased songs ready to go, and
that's so exciting.
We're working on like the final mixes and the final like production things, and yeah, I'm so excited for it. We've just shot the artwork recently, and like we're getting everything together, and the vision has really like come together. So can't announce like everything just yet, but yeah, it's like my favorite thing I've ever done, and I feel like getting to your first album is like such a pinch me moment as an artist. So it's so exciting. I can't wait.
I think it's really cool that you're doing an album, because I think like recently a lot of artists have just wanted to do singles. That's kind of like the TikTok thing that's happening right now. But it's nice to have like such a cohesive.
I think it gives you longevity as an artist.
Sure.
I feel like all the big artists in the world, like it's their albums that people really like. Ultimately, in hindsight, like your legacy, I feel like you remember the albums, and also as a fan, it's nice to get invested in a whole like world building, like a whole story, compared to just one song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait. There's a lot of things that I haven't really sung about before that are on there, that I'm excited for people to hear.
Okay. Before we head into the rapid fire, I do have some questions about Malaysia.
Go for it.
That my audience will be very mad at me if I do not ask, right? So I asked this already off camera, but I have to ask again. What's your favorite Malaysian food?
Great question. You guys have great food, by the way.
We have,
especially compared to the UK.
You.
Like, there's not much going on in the UK. I would say nasi lemak is like it's just delicious. Like,
it's that's a good one.
It's great, you guys. I'm jealous. I might move here. Nasi lemak. We tried durian, but I don't know if I quite vibe. Like, it wasn't my favorite. I feel like I can't tell if I liked it or not. But nasi lemak I loved. So
I don't know how to feel about that, quite frankly, as a Malaysian. Like, I did tell you, I only started recently eating durian, and then I really feel bad about it, because I feel like what a wasted, missed opportunity my entire life of not eating durian.
There's something about it that is good.
It's like custard, right?
Yeah.
But like a bit sour.
Yeah, it's like the aftertaste I really like, but the initial taste, it's weird. Like, but I think that's what's so cool about it as a food is it's almost like there's like two like sides
There's
to it.
a lot. It's the king of fruit.
I know, it's yeah, you guys, you smashed it with your food.
Thank you very much. Me taking credit as if like I invented some of the I didn't. I didn't. But also, if you're ever ready to like move to Malaysia, because this will ruin your life, I promise. Like, I'll take you to go and eat some durian. You'll fall in love, and then you'll be like, oh, now I have to live here, because I probably can't find the same thing in the UK.
That's the thing, is I feel like there's something about it that made me want to come back and try it again.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to get used to it to love it. It's kind of
for
like
sure.
coffee. Yeah.
So if you're ever ready for a new chapter and like permanent relocation,
maybe
let me know. We'll go eat some durian.
If I need some new stories for like album.
Oh, you never
3,
know.
I'll come here.
I would be so down for a Henry durian album.
Oh my god, that would be iconic.
Wild, completely and totally chaotic. Okay.
Food review album.
What is it? Follow-up question about Malaysians and your fans here that I guess like makes you the most excited for your concert, which is tomorrow.
Yes. Ooh, everyone here's just lovely. Like, they're just, it's the best. It's amazing. We did a like pop-up show in TRX Mall, I think it's called. And I just remember like the vibe was so amazing at that show. So that's what's really getting me excited for the one tomorrow, because it's just like seeing people so smiley and singing along to the songs. And yeah, I guess because Drunk Text, like such a big part of my story is like what's happened with me in Malaysia. So it's going to be like such a full circle special moment being on stage, knowing that like everyone here has been so supportive and really changed my life, and Drunk Text went #1. It's just going to be, I can't wait. It's going to be so surreal, and ultimately it's just, I think I'm most excited to play Drunk Text and to see the reaction from the crowd. I think that's going to be a really like fun moment.
It's so crazy. I'm so happy you've had such a good experience in Malaysia.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so happy that you're happy. And I think that it's like, it's the coolest thing ever to be like from so many miles and miles away and to have touched like an audience.
It's crazy.
So, right?
I know. Literally
Congrats.
the other side of the world. Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we finish our episode today, we do have a rapid fire session. This is the one that I did not prep you for. Are you ready?
I'm excited because I love a good surprise.
Okay. Who's playing on your Spotify playlist right now? Like, who's your most listened artist or most listened song?
Billie Eilish, because I just went to her concert in London, was
Good
amazing. Or Justin Bieber's new album, Swag.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fresh.
That is fresh.
Fresh. Okay, next one. Dream venue you'd love to perform at.
Great one. I think as someone from the UK, I think one of my dreams is probably either Brixton Academy in London, or if it goes really well, the O2 Arena.
Oh, the
It's
O2 Arena, for
that
sure.
is like,
Right?
if I did that, I'd get the date I did it like tattooed there. I
Oh,
think.
wow.
That would be
it's
my
a huge
only
achievement.
tattoo.
Yeah.
That would be like the ultimate dream. If we could ever get to that point, it would be amazing.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think that with the way that you've been growing at such astronomical rates, like give it another 2 years, you'll be here eating durian, telling me about like your
O2
performance last week.
experience.
Yeah, at O2,
Yeah.
right?
That would be great.
Yeah, it would be. Okay, next one. If your music was a flavor, what flavor would it be?
Good question. I was going to say something sour, but I feel like the songs aren't actually that sour. Like, they're kind of a bit more like... like, I guess because I'm spilling tea on the album, they're quite spicy. So, I'm going to say, like, a chili. Like, it's heated. There's some spice going on.
That's so interesting because I think spice is like about the last thing that I would like.
Because the tea is going to get spilled. The drama, that's what
this
I mean.
album is about to hit.
But it's also, I think the songs are quite like sweet in the sense that they're like very like...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Sweet,
the
right?
sound of them isn't like that. They're like, I don't know, that's actually a really hard question. I can't figure it out.
We'll have to revisit this once the album
Yeah.
is out. It might have to like change flavors a little bit.
I feel like 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙎
after
is
the album's out.
spicy, and then
Ooh,
a lot of them are very like sweet. Yeah.
very cute. Next one. Most recent drunk text. This is a bit of a spicy question. I apologize. This is where I get spicy.
I'm trying to think of when I last got drunk.
You were the
I don't
you were on
actually
tour.
drink that
I'm not
much.
sure you have the time.
Maybe in Paris recently. Daisy's like, yeah.
Oh.
Probably just to like a friend. I haven't actually. Once I accidentally sent a drunk text to my mum because I was like too drunk to even
No.
know. I thought it was someone else, so that was really awkward. So maybe that, yeah.
Not your mom being like, what's
She was
going
like,
on?
she was like, what is this? She woke up and was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine.
You could have always told her you were like testing out lyrics for a new song
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Just rolled with it, right? Okay. 2 last questions. What's a piece of advice that stuck with you? Whether it be from family, from another artist, or from anyone that like you think has most changed your life? This advice.
Great question. I feel like maybe something as simple as just like... Oh, wait, that's a really good question. Do you listen to 𝙁𝙍𝙄?
I do sometimes.
I listen to him all the time. I'm trying to think of his advice because he has so many... I actually have like my screensavers on my phone are different different
Really?
quotes, and one of them is just be where you are, otherwise you'll miss out on life. And I feel like that's always a good one because like it's so easy to not be in the moment, and then suddenly you like I've just forgotten that an entire year has like happened. So I feel like being mindful is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. It's so simple, but really
So
like,
simple, so important.
hardest thing to
Yeah,
do.
100%. So I don't even do it. Like
Neither do I.
I'm preaching this, but like I'm so bad at doing it. But,
It's okay. Baby steps. We got to start
baby
somewhere.
steps.
We'll
At
get
least I'm
there.
acknowledging
We'll
it.
get there. You and me both. Trust.
Yeah.
Like I'm with you on this.
I'm so on my phone.
I
I'm
know.
like addicted to social media.
Chronically
Yeah,
online.
I'm chronically online.
I know. What do we do?
I think, like, to be fair, I have started to just like leave my phone at home if I'm going on walks and things, and that
No, it's
actually does make such a
debilitating.
difference. Because if it's not even there as an option, then you can't use it. Whereas, like, honestly, I just pick up my phone all the time, and I'm like, why have I even like picked this up? Like, it's just a movement at the end of the day. Like, I'm so used to just literally doing that as a movement and checking.
I get you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I really also feel trapped because I feel like my phone probably contributes to 90% of my stress. But when it's not with me, I experience really high levels of stress as
Literally.
well because I'm like, what's going on?
No, this is when I realised I had an issue. When I went through the airport security yesterday, and I had to put my phone in the tray, I literally had anxiety that my phone wasn't with me. I was like, this is insane. Like, it's only going through the thing.
I know.
And I was like, get out of my phone. I was like, and then I was like, okay, maybe I have an issue.
Honestly, I feel like our entire generation has an issue because we're like so addicted to these things.
I have separation anxiety.
I know, but we're so funny.
I know.
You know?
You know what? Like, my humor is my For You page.
Exactly.
Like, it's insane.
This is our education.
Exactly.
I feel you on that.
But I am getting a bit scared because of AI.
Oh, it's
like,
wild.
Now I see videos, I'm like, is this even real? Like, we're going to get to the point, like, in a year's time where we don't even know what's real. And that's an era of social media that I'm scared to enter.
I feel you, but I also think, like, there's one thing I think, right? Like, I think AI can replicate so many different things. It can replicate the way we look. It can replicate the way we sound.
Yeah.
But I don't think AI could ever make you feel something.
No, and I also feel like, actually, I was thinking about this. I was like, I think the music industry, it's going to get to a point where nothing online feels real and genuine. People are going to want to go to concerts and, like, do things in real life and have that human-to-human interaction. So I actually think it might swing the other way.
Right?
Like, I feel like concert culture is really going to come back because it's not, like, you'll never be able to get that, like, that
online,
feeling
yeah.
from a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So that's the positivity there.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to many more concerts.
So
is that your official announcement? Is that what we're hearing here? Is that you're coming back?
I'll keep coming back, guys. Don't
Okay,
worry.
perfect. We love it. We love it. Before we finish,
Yeah.
final thing. Do you have anything that you'd like to say to your fans in Malaysia out there? And you can direct it to this camera.
I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because you guys have changed my life. I'm so grateful. Thank you for getting involved in the songs and losing yourself in the world building and getting invested in the project. And I hope you like the album. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see you guys tomorrow. I mean, I don't know when this is going to air, so the concert might have happened by now.
It would have happened, but it's okay.
And yeah, I'll come back and see you if you missed it. I'll come back again and hopefully see you then. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Henry, for spending time
Of
with
course.
us.
Thank you for having me. This was amazing.
This was such a pleasure. You are such a mood.
Thank you.
Which
I've
I'm sure
literally
is a
forgot
joke
the
you've heard
cameras were here.
before.
I feel like we were just in like a therapy
Right?
session.
Like our own little bubble.
Literally.
This was so much fun.
Thank you.
All the best for your show tomorrow.
Thank you
Break
so
a
much.
leg. You got this.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for
Legend.
tuning in. Thank you sebab sudi bersama kami dalam episod ini. Kalau korang suka, just don't forget to like it and do all of the things. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye.